love my treehouse. Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. I believe this is episode 12. Last episode, I worked on building this treehouse, and off camera, I've been kind of working on further making this birch forest look all pretty and nice. Basically my end goal for this like little square or rectangular area is to just kind of turn it into like a little like park. And so I've been working off camera. I designed this to kind of like a brick wall that's just repeating pattern. Like I have this a larger arch, a little arch, then a larger arch, and it just continues all the way around this birch forest. What I want to work on now is clear out some of these trees, add some rivers, some lakes, some roads, and yeah, just generally make the area look pretty and all of that. This treehouse is so cozy. Yeah, while I was working on this brick wall, a thunderstorm came around, and well, I have some more skeleton horses in my world. I have this one, I have that one. Not sure what I'm gonna do with these guys. Oh, and that one too. But they're kind of trapped in here, at least for the time being. I think what I want to do, I want to get rid of all these trees and this little hill right here and kind of level the terrain. So let's go ahead and do that. Might make it into a time lapse. So I'll catch you in the future, I guess. No idea how long this is gonna take. Should really put up some more chests because inventory is getting quite cluttered. There's so many chests all around my world. But yeah, let's get started. Cleared out the land a lot more. I feel like that's all I've been doing. But this is why I want the river to kind of go through the wall at. I don't think it's going to be a flat river. I think I'm going to have a little bit of like some inclination, like especially right here coming through here. Gotta clear out the land. And once again, it's so uneven. And I don't know if that's a product of the biome blending or if it's just how newer terrain is. Like I haven't really built in newer terrain a whole lot, just because this world's so old, and it's when I build something, this is the world I build it in, and 90% of where I build is old terrain. So I don't know, but it needs to be cleared out just a little bit more. This cave needs to be filled in. Alrighty, I am convinced that this is gonna be a lake, so gonna clear out more land and slowly build a little lake right here. I guess it's time for another time lapse. I think that's sufficient enough. Let's throw in some slabs, some andesite, and I can start filling all of this in with water. All right, throw in some detail, andesite slabs, some stone slabs. I think it's perfect. Now I just gotta fill it in with the water and then decide where I want the rivers to go. I think I kind of want one coming this way to connect with this river over here, but maybe not. I do want one coming out this way to connect with the aqueduct. I kind of want to design right here, but I at least want to go ahead and get this thing filled in with the water and we'll go from there. Kind of got carried away. Outlined a river that is gonna, well, kind of not really a river, but a stream that's gonna flow from that pond and it's draining. That's perfect. It's gonna come all the way down here and just flow into this river that I carved out last episode. Gotta get rid of all this dirt. I love making rivers, they're just so fun. I keep calling it a river. It's more, I guess, like a stream or maybe even like an outflow. I don't know. I'm not good with my terminology. Here it is. It's just connected to what I did last episode. Just flows from this lake through the wall and comes down here. I really like all the stone. I think it really fits this like whole area. I definitely want to add more. I want to add another one, like I said, coming through over here and then down here. They're just, I like making them, but just like with trees, they're mainly organic shapes, and organic shapes, they can be difficult or they can be easy depending on the elevation and all that. At least for rivers and stuff like that, because it's not as simple as just throwing down like an organic curve. You also have to account for the elevation, like the dips and the ups. Especially with water, it's kind of unpredictable. So you kind of just gotta wing it. That's what I did for this. Hearing some music, just built. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The wall is no longer secure, so anything in here can kind of get out, but that's not the point. That's not why I'm making this. It's mainly just for aesthetics, I guess. I don't know. But I need to get another river in. This one's gonna take a little bit because I think I'm gonna fill all this in with water. Kind of do the same thing I did over there with that lake. Surround it all with stone. And kind of break away, probably like right here, and add like a tunnel of sorts, just so it's kind of like flowing out here. It would be kind of cool if I connected it to another source, like another river, but I don't think there's any nearby within reasonable distance. But I mean, oh well. A little bit of an update. Got this whole river done. Took me a while. Just comes out of this lake right here, comes through these trees, and it just flows down here. I don't like the way this is. I might just turn this into a pond. I might open up the wall and just continue the curvature of it. It's just flowing through here, and it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I really like this river. It's just so peaceful. I think it really complements the treehouse that I built last episode. Besides some like vegetation and bud meal on the ground, I don't really know what else to add here. I think I'm gonna try and do another build, maybe like a greenhouse. Just don't really know where. Maybe in this corner right here. I've got rid of a lot of these birch trees, and I was not prepared for that. Like, I didn't think I was gonna get rid of that many, but I'm gonna get rid of more because, well, I'm gonna build other stuff here. I gave it some thought, and I think I'm gonna tear down this wall. I wanted the whole thing like enclosed, but I'm just gonna tear down this wall and expand this like lake right here. There's gonna be another lake, and I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and tear this down. I'm not gonna tear the whole thing down, obviously. I'm just gonna tear down this section of the brick wall, and I'll see how that looks. Look at this little thing. It's so tiny. Where are you going, little guy? Bruh, look how tiny it is. I love these new baby chicks so much. Should I kill it? I can't stop looking at it. It's so tiny. Like, hold up, bruh. It's as big as like a block. It might even be smaller. It's so cute. Anyways, I turned on the wall. I'm gonna probably expand this, make it another pond. There's actually, the river's right here. I could, if I really wanted to, add another like stream coming off of, but I don't think I will. It's just too far away, and the terrain is so just hilly and mountainous. I like it so far. It's quite peaceful in here. Gonna be probably one of my favorite places just to come and chill. Like, I want to really throw down a lot of vegetation. I think I actually want to plant some tall mushrooms in here. I think that'd be really cool. I kind of wish this were a dark oak biome, because I was thinking the other night. What'd you find?
Spawned.
Oh, your sniffer?
Yeah.
One of the like useless additions, but
Look, they're so cute.
I could turn this into a sniffer enclosure, but I probably won't. I built this out of like dark oak.
Look at his nose.
Bruh.
Can I keep it this tiny?
Yeah, feed it a golden dandelion.
No, I'm gonna make two, and then one.
You're gonna mate them?
That's what I got.
Oh dang, you found two?
Yeah, it took me forever.
Okay, well, I could throw down like a bunch of golden dandelions. Like replace all these with golden dandelions. Maybe that's what the theme of this build is gonna be. Like a baby animal farm. Or not farm, but like sanctuary. I like the idea. Maybe that's what this thing can be called. But like, I turn down a lot of the wall and they can just kind of wander out. I think this was a good decision. It kind of breaks up the symmetry. I need to finish covering up this cave. I originally was gonna keep it as an aesthetic, but it's just gonna get in the way. So let's fill it in. That way I don't have to deal with it no more. I still don't really have an idea what I want this whole build to be about. As of right now, it literally serves no purpose. Just sits there looking pretty, which I'm okay with. There's a ton of different builds in my world that I've made recently that don't really serve a central purpose. And why should this one, be any different? I'd like for it to have a purpose, and I'm gonna continually try and come up with a purpose. Because a purpose, it does more than one thing. It gives the build some character, and it also kind of gives me a purpose to go and visit it after it's done and completed, because this build is kind of far out and out of my way, and if it doesn't have a purpose, there's no real reason for me to come all the way out here. It's alongside the river, which I do every now and again like to travel on, because it's a really long river, and sometimes it's just fun to just hop in a boat and just travel the entire length of it. It goes all the way around my base, the lab, my brother's base, goes into the snowy plains, into the actual plains. It goes a long distance. And I think, especially with this new generation and me deleting chunks, I believe both sides of it connect to a ocean. I know one of the sides definitely does. This side kind of half connects to an ocean. Not really, but close enough. I'm really happy with how this is coming together so far. The problem I'm having now is like, where do I go from here? What do I add next? I think I want to add, I've mentioned this already, but I think I'm going to add some tall mushrooms. I'm going to have to wait till nighttime though for those. I don't even know if I have any bone meal in here. Oh, perfect. That's convenient. I want the tall mushrooms. I don't want the little stubby mushrooms. That's kind of better. There we go. Whoa, that's really tall. I don't want to add too many. I've been working on some biome enhancements. Bone mealed the crap out of this little enclosure. Added some rose bushes all over the place. Added some lanterns to this treehouse because I think it needed it. I'm gonna add a dock right here now. I'm gonna have to clean up some of these sugar boxes. And my inventory is kind of full, so that's great. Gonna throw them in here for now. Yeah, I'm gonna add a dock right here. Make some trapdoors. Can't see above the water. And then I'm gonna extend paths just like that. Nothing fancy, just a little dock. Maybe you can go there to fish or something. I'm really happy with how this build turned out. I want to add more builds to it. I just don't really know what at the time, and unfortunately I'm out of time for this episode. So with all that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. It may be another short episode. I do apologize, but I just want to get it out. I hope you have a great day. Go fishing. There you go. Go do that. I'll catch you in episode 13. Like I said already, thank you so very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. I love this treehouse.